All right, welcome back. What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Ultra Space Time Podcast, episode 95, anniversary on cooldown. The anniversary is almost over, and today we as always have an illustrious round of high-level toxic PvP players and toxic personalities, and me. And before we get started, as always, Twitch Prime is not a crime. So if you have that free Prime sub, you want to support us, feel free to drop that, or just drop a follow, drop a sub on YouTube, leave a like. All the good stuff. And with that said, today we are joined by Asdik. What's up?
Yo, I can't believe you introduced us as toxic PvP players. You think I'm toxic, Pom?
Yes.
Oh my, maybe.
Asdik did get his ass beat on Gatiu, so
also kind of right.
That was my Zenkai boost.
It's like Asdik gets his ass beat.
Yeah.
It kind of works.
True.
Alrighty, and then of course we have the one and only ZVG_YT on Twitch.
Thank you for that introduction, Pounds. Thank you for including the _YT. I know why people just keep forgetting that. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate that you said my full name.
Oh my
I didn't cut halfway.
Yeah, it's like the hyphen in Spider-Man. You have to include it.
Exactly.
Every time I mention that, though, you blame me.
But Badimore, who calls Moji the super Moji, bro? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro.
His name.
Come on, bro. You know how we go.
Oh my god, that's why I stopped.
And
now,
if anything, that is Sir Super Emoji Brother for you, okay?
my brother, what's up?
Yeah. So of course, last but not least, but we have Banana Amor. How's your day? How Mr. Clean this weekend?
It's been doing great. I just want to lay in bed and never wake up.
Well, so basically, you want to die? That's a downer.
I feel that.
No. That's not that. It's literally just dreaming continuously and ignoring the real life.
Yeah, sleeping is a hobby, Pom. Come on now.
Yeah, that's fair. You could also call it being a vegetable, but that's up for interpretation, I guess.
I'm a fruit. It's a difference.
Yeah, but not a big one. It's not a huge one, but okay. Before we just get bogged down into this rabbit hole of is Battlemore a vegetable? Let us know in the comments down below. Is Battlemore a vegetable? Yes or no? And with that said, this podcast went in directions I didn't expect. I agree with Jiggle and Chat here. We're going to talk about Zenkai Ultimate Gohan, of course. We are going to talk about the PvP equip. We're going to talk about the Awakened Vegito equipment. We have a return banner that stirred up some trouble. And apparently there's a big update on the way where you even have to re-download 1,000 million gigabytes of game data. So lots of good stuff coming up. And with that said, let's start with Ultimate Gohan. Is it Ultimate Chadhan for you, Asdik? What do you think?
Dude, I think he's really good. Like, I'm not even gonna lie. I only had one massive issue with his kit prior to him getting a Zenkai. Like, if you look at his base stuff, it's very, very bland, right? There's not a lot of stuff right there because he's one of those old units, right? But on his cover rescue, when he actually does the cover rescue, before he got his Zenkai, he would add 5 counts to his own sub count when activated, right? I think that was so detrimental to this unit. And that's the first thing that I noticed when he did get the Zenkai, that is no longer there, right? They completely took that off. They added and I honestly think even the new passive, the new uniques are decent as well, right? They're very minuscule, but they're still good, right? Because you have the one where it's when the enemy activates the Rising Rush, you increase your own Dragon Balls by 1, you shorten sub count by 5, so it's it actually does the inverse of what it used to do. And then the other unique that you have where you draw a special arts card next, restoring your ki, the 70% to damage inflicted. I just feel like he has a lot going on for him now. And the strike damage that he can build up to is ridiculous, especially if you're just farming these green cards. And to be honest with you, it's very easy for him to just farm those green cards, right? You'll notice you'll have plenty of them. You don't even need to really run a unit that supplies him green cards or anything like that. He's very self-sustainable, and when it comes to that aspect, and even his ultimate damage, I'm just very happy with him overall, I would say. I think he might even be in contention for kicking Cryhon or the Revival Kid Gohan off as the best green for hybrids right now. I'm not too sure, but I feel like he's very valuable. I think the one thing really just holding him back here is just his Z ability sucks still.
Yeah.
Right, it's just
it's
35%. Yeah, it's only to base blast attack 35%, but
it's a blast when he's a strike based unit.
yeah, exactly. I was just about to say that. I think that's the one thing really holding him back right here. But other than that, I'm really happy with the unit overall. Have you guys like tried him out in PvP or anything like that?
I did. He did a lot of damage. Yeah, I still just have like I just feel it's annoying with his C ability is giving blast when my team is literally strike based.
That is annoying in general, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those old units that had those weird C abilities. And I understand why. But else for my matter, I'm just using him for Grunks.
For who?
How much what is your stars on Grunks right now? Battle
7.
7 stars. Who do you prefer more? Is the Grunks or the
Grunks?
The Gohan. The Grunks still. Okay.
Yeah, because Grunks keep healing himself every time, and he sustains more green card every time and blue card. So
yeah, I was about to say he has the double supplies, right? You get the greens from who is it? You get the I don't remember. I'm not too familiar with
gets
the kit,
green cards every time he switches to Trunks, and then gets blue card every time he switches to Gohan.
Yeah. So that's pretty much the argument that I've made is people not even necessarily comparing them to the Cryhon or the Revival Gohan, but more so comparing him to the Grunks.
I'm getting ear cancer. Grunks.
But the thing with that unit, with that EX tag unit, is just that unit, because you only have him at 7 stars, right? That's not a whole. I feel like you need him at a minimum of 7 stars to actually use him, and he's an EX unit first of all, and he's only been on what, like 2 banners? How many banners has he been on in total? Like
2. So, the recent one and the one where
his initial one. Okay. Yeah. So literally only 2 banners. So it's kind of hard, unless you like just got that first initial copy and you've just been only pumping Extreme Z power into him since you got him. Right. It's kind of hard to get him at a high amount of stars right there. But overall, though, like I feel like they kind of do fulfill different roles. Because it takes a while for that Grunks to build up in terms of damage, but obviously their self-sustain is going to be there like right off jump, right? Because they have like a lot of healing potential. Rather, with this Gohan, he fulfills the different role of just having like really good damage. So I feel like that's what he has going for him right there too. And then obviously Hybrid just boasting some of the best equips in the game right here, right? So you can always just pump out a really good amount of damage from him.
You probably want to. I have to be honest, my Gohan is Zenkai 5 unsoul boosted.
Unsoul boosted.
Unsoul boosted.
I mean, not gonna lie, because we recently got a Zenkai Goku, and
it's also green.
Soul, yes, it was also green. So resources for just getting the Gohan or Goku was kind of hard, but Goku had also the good abilities. So I find these Zenkais that recently comes, at least those 2, is really good.
Yeah, they've all been pretty solid, I would say, because they're on a hot streak right now. Like they're really favoring the green Zenkais. Is this green Ultimate Gohan, the green Spirit Bomb Absorb Goku, and then the green Piccolo, right? The OG Piccolo. They all have had like pretty decent Zenkais, right? To the point where they are usable. They're not going to be the best fighters in the game, but they are definitely usable here.
Back to being relevant.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because some of these units, they have like special places in people's hearts. Like a lot of people like this Ultimate Gohan, right? A lot of people really like the Spirit Bomb Absorbed Goku, right? Because they say that his animations hold up to this day because they just like that, right? And so now, like I saw a lot of teams with him. I still see some teams with him, not a lot, not as much as when he first came out when his Battle Gauntlet first dropped. But I was seeing a lot of like green, yellow setups right there with the Spirit Bomb Absorbed Goku, Dragon Fist Goku, and then the Tapion, of course. And so people are having fun with these Zenkais, and I like that. I'm not going to lie, I like that.
Yeah, that's what they should be for too, right? Not like Red Metal Cooler or Yellow Frieza or like, I don't know, some of those even worse Zenkais, where you think like, okay, what were they thinking and why? But they're supposed to make like a completely old unit playable, but it doesn't have to be like the top of the meta anymore.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think. That's the best intention for them to be for these Zenkais right here. Minus the LF Zenkais. The LF Zenkais definitely should be like
Top of the
top tier
pops.
fighters.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure. What
But-
about you, ZVG?
In regards to his Otan Zenkai, I've only fought 2, and the first night I fought was doing like 2% per strike per arch card to my Ultra Vegito. I was like, yeah, this guy has not made his unit good, because from what I've heard so far is that he's probably the best non-LF Zenkai in the game. And then I fought him, I think yesterday, and then he was actually like putting in some decent work. So I can see that, but I have not read this kit, because at this point I don't really care about Zenkais at all. Like honestly, like I feel like Zenkai is gonna be like whatever units. But if he's in contention for the best green for the best green on hybrids, then I mean they must have did something right with him. You know what I'm saying? So
Yep.
if that's the case, then I'm cool with that. I'm cool with how they made him.
Yeah, it's just funny times that when you have this going, every time opponent use a Rising Rush, his sub count is reduced and he gains a Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
And with his obviously rescue that can activate like twice, he can literally use rescue anybody.
And the
As
thing
long
with
as
his
you pop the
rescue
main
too,
for the second one if you need it.
and you
Oh,
could
yeah.
stack them though, right? Like even if you haven't used the first one, if you pop the main, you technically have 2 under your belt, right?
No, you cannot stack.
You can't stack
I
them.
think you can.
No.
I feel like
No,
I've.
it's the same thing if I used 21. Because
Yeah,
I
I think-
literally have this.
I feel like
S3
21 could
for-
stack them too, though.
Yeah.
Or no?
I think so too.
Really? It
Yeah.
doesn't work for me though.
No,
when I
but it
play
says, look, in the, I don't have it open right now, but if you look in the kit, it literally only says +1 to can use blah, blah, blah. It doesn't say cannot stack or anything. It can.
Oh, okay.
It just says +1, so it adds 1 use to the cover. So, and there's just, I'm assuming in the code, there's just going to be a counter, right? And when the battle starts, it's going to be at 1. If you pop the main and you haven't used it, it's going to go up to 2 and then just counts down when you use them. And if
okay.
it's 0, then screw you, basically.
Yeah, so that's 2 cover changes that you have right there with this Gohan. I feel like that's real, like just saves in general too, right? They're just like a whole save. So I think he's pretty solid. Like I'm really solid. Like I feel like he has the foundation, and like I said before, those equips make a night and day difference. Like how ZVG was saying that first unit that was doing like negative damage to him, or that first encounter with the Gohan. I feel like you do have to have like a specific setup with him. Like obviously the most needed equipment on this Gohan is going to be that awakened just exclamation marks
Triple
on it
exclamation mark. The
Yeah.
pure damage.
yeah, the pure damage for like per hybrid Saiyan and stuff like that. And then you could even run the platinum Majin Buu saga equip on there. And then he has another equipment where you can just buff ultimate damage, and you can buff your own HP and stuff like that. Like he has such like good options in terms of equips, right? As all the hybrid Saiyans do, of course. But
Yeah.
you got to build them correctly, I think.
Also, at least he has to be at least Zenkai 6 because you want all of that ability. You want him obviously on Zenkai 7, but if you're all going for the free route, you're going to slowly build him up. I do not recommend you guys to use him at Zenkai 3 to Zenkai 4 or Zenkai 5. He needs to be Zenkai 6 because his literally last ability gives him 70% damage inflicted, cannot be stacked, and reduced damage. Like, that is essential. Else he doesn't have anything to buff his damage except for his green cards. So he needs that last ability. So for those who like to use him early, go ahead, but you will not do a lot of damage, even with good equipment.
Yeah,
That's funny,
I
but yeah,
probably
Go
wouldn't
ahead.
recommend using any of these units below Zenkai 7, honestly. But yeah,
Yeah, but people like to try it right away, after
Yeah.
doing the gauntlet and doing all the free, and not summoning on anything. So
That
I'm
is
just,
true.
just saying, so it's better.
Yeah, I mean that's always the case, right? You always like trying to max the unit out before using them like to their full potential. But like for me, for example, I'm only using free energy this week, so I only just now finished a gauntlet. and I'm fine with that. Like, I'm not like planning on playing him that much anyways. But,
but
yeah.
collection-wise, you know?
Yeah. But then, I mean, collection-wise, I'm going to get him in like a week and a half anyways. Right? So, and then I can take my time with the Zenkai Soul Boost if I don't really play him, or I just do it for the like couple of Chrono Crystals. I'm not sure if I'm already over the end of that mission, because at one point I think that ends. You know, where you get like 10 Chronos for every so and so many, like 200 Soul Boost panels at some point. But yeah. No, but if you guys are saying that he's good, I mean that's a step in the right direction, because like I remember we were always complaining about Zenkais, right? At first they were like FSK Android 18 level, way too good, and they shouldn't dominate the meta so much, and everybody's yada yada. Like, what about LFs, bro? And then they were trash, and people were just shitting on them. It's like, okay, like what are you even giving them a Zenkai for if you're making them so bad? And I feel like now we're finally getting in a good spot where lately we got really good Zenkais, but not like crazy good Zenkais, right?
Yeah,
finally
it's
getting
fine
the
for them to be
happy
balanced. It's fine just to be balanced.
Yeah, because I also think that, you know, LF units, they should be better than Zenkais. At least, like, modern LF units should be better than the Zenkais that we get today. If we get a Zenkai and an LF unit on the same day, the LF should still at like, let's say 6 stars, I think the LF should be better than the 14 stars Zenkai 7 unit, just because they're premium, they're new, they have a much better kit, and they probably have mechanics that the Zenkai units don't get, because let's face it, I don't think they're going to add like fundamentally new mechanics to any Zenkai unit. Right? They're not going to give like, they're not going to add like a tag or I don't know, whatever. They're not going to add, you know, endurance
like
to unit that
gauge.
never had it or something, except for Kid Gohan, Kid Goku, I mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, unique gauge is a good example. They wouldn't just add that. It's like, yeah, when his gauge is full, wins the match. Done.
Yeah.
All right. Then let's have a look at that Majin Saga equipment that Battlemore teased me, and ZVG has the honor of talking about it. So I think you just looked at it and you were pretty clear.
Yeah, it's like I don't. This isn't used by anybody. Like literally, no unit in the game is using this ever. The fact that the first 2 stars don't even go up to 15% is kind of like stupid to me. Like it should have at least been like 20%. If it was 20% base try defense and then 20% base blast defense and then 10% HP, then possibly you can make an argument for some units to run it. But because it's only 12 and 13%, then yeah, nobody's rocking this shit. Nobody don't like just keep 3 just in case some unit somehow has no equip options and they need this or something like that. But yeah, nobody should run this equipment at all.
The base health should have been 15 or 20.
That would have been crazy, bro.
Yeah,
If it was 15 or 20, it would have been like a must-have, I think.
Yeah, I think
And
20 is crazy.
No one would have think about the first or second slot. Just people wanted the last slot, if that was the case.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just...
Yeah, this one's Oh, go ahead.
No, you do first.
I was just gonna say this equip literally looks like a placeholder for it to get awakened. That's what it looks like to me.
Are we getting a Majin Buu LF, the Fat Buu LF? Please don't.
Yeah, once this equipment gets awakened, which it won't anytime soon because it just came out, I guess.
I mean, we just, you know that one with Super Saiyan Fusion Warrior equipment that got awakened? It got kind of early awakened, you know?
Yeah, we got that when Legends Festival
Yeah.
with the Super Vegito
Kinda
event.
early. Yeah, it was kind of early compared to other old equipment that needs awakening.
Even that one platinum equipment for Blue Movies units, the one with Broly on it, didn't that one like drop and then get like an awaken like not even like a whole month later?
Yeah, you got an awaken for if you wanted to be more damage, you use the normal one. The other one is just for tanky.
Mm-hmm.
If you want defenses. So we don't know, but yeah, right now this equip is not worth it at all.
Definitely not worth the erasers for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
That's it.
So I think that's pretty much everything about this equip. And now for a quick word from our sponsor.
Support for the show is brought to you by Manscaped, who is the best in men's below-the-waist grooming. Their products are precision-engineered tools for your family jewels. Manscaped's performance package is the ultimate men's hygiene bundle. Join over 4 million men worldwide who trust Manscaped with this exclusive offer just for you. You can get 20% off and a free worldwide shipping discount with the code down below on your screen right now at manscaped.com. If my math is correct, that equates to around 8 million balls. So basically, we received the Performance Package 4.0 in the mail, and we're gonna go through quickly what came in the package. So first things first, we did receive the Manscaped Weed Whacker. That's the first thing here, obviously. This is the electric nose and hair trimmer. Then they actually did provide us with some boxer briefs right here. Then we actually ended up getting the lawnmower trimmer over here. Then we ended up getting the crop preserver, which is a deodorizer, very useful. And then we got the crop reviver, which is a toner. So this package, very, very useful if you guys are interested in this. Even if you yourself are not gonna use this, you can buy it as a gift for somebody. But yeah, just don't forget that in order to get this, you have to use the code. Well, you don't have to use the code down below, but it would give you a big discount if you use the code down below. 20% off and free shipping with the code. Depending on what podcast you guys are watching right now, it'll be different. But the code right here on your screen is what you use to get the 20% discount as well as the free shipping. Unlock your confidence and always use the right tools for the job with Manscaped.
Alrighty, so I hope y'all are using the right tools for the job, by the way. So yeah, use code 59gaming for 20% off your order if you order on the website. The code is in chat as well. Now let's talk about this new Super Vegito equip. And we were just talking about, how some equips get awakened early and some don't. But this one is only, half a year old? Maybe a little over half a year. I think it came out with the Super Vegito event on Legends Festival, right? And it is a fantastic equipment. I don't know why there is a blast attack or strike attack slot in there, because literally nobody is using purple Vegito blue. And this whole thing is only for Vegitos, which is the one downside to this awakening. But most of the times, they narrow the focus on, awakenings. So yeah, I think it's a fantastic equip in terms of, you get like 25% strike attack. You get special move, ultimate, HP, and another 10% strike attack. So up to 35% strike attack if you get really lucky with the first slot. I think this is like a must run on all Vegitos. And yes, I feel like even the unawakened one is almost like a must run on fusions. For all non Vegito units.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This equip is just fantastic.
I mean, the Blast Lob might be a hint of another Vegito, or more for, the purple Super Saiyan Blue Vegito that is a range type.
Or it's just a misdirect. Because
making it is harder for us to even get more of these. God damn.
Honestly, I really like this too, because it kind of feels like you don't really need to know a lot about equipments to know that these are the equips for your Ultra Super Vegeta, right? They kind of like hand feed it to you, like they breastfeed you these equips because they're like, oh, well, here's 2 plats, right? One of those plats is a must run at all times. The other plat, people are going to be like, oh, it's a plat equip. I'm going to just use that on him like me, right? And then you have this one right here as well, which literally has Vegito on it. It's like on it's the face of Vegeta right here, and it's only meant for Vegito. So it's like the game's telling you, like, use these equips for your USV. And it's like, okay, well, I'm going to do that. And you're going to, it's boom, like you just profit from that, right? They kind of like just hand feed you this, and I think it's pretty nice that way. You don't really need to be an equipment like connoisseur like ZVG over here, so you can just run all these.
Car equip VG.
Mm-hmm. Yes, sir. Dude, it's kind of insane how far I've come on. It's like in a year. In a year I went from S equips to now I'm out here rocking full Z plus, bro.
Let this man toot his own horn for a little bit.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but in regards to his equipment, it's easily one of the worst awakening equipments in the game to roll. Like easily, like no debate. I've heard people having to use 100 awakenings to try to get a gold first slot, and then the middle and the last slot are totally cancerous, dude. Like,
I think the middle slot is worse even.
Like, but I think I spent 5 billion zenny and like 200 erasers on the last slot only, bro. Like it's insane. Like I got a gold strike slot On the mid start, kind of easy, but the last I do is torturous, bro. Like I finally got both to Z plus because I have two. I'm not farming a third one, bro.
Dude.
I'm not farming a third one.
On
It's
that
just
middle,
not gonna happen.
on that middle slot, right? I have 3 awakened ones, I think,
Yeah.
and on the very first one, right, I get like a gold slot and it's a blast, and then I just rage for a little bit, and then I come back and I awaken it, like reroll it one more time, I get a gold strike one. But then on
crazy.
on one of my next equipments, I got 2 gold blast slots in a row. I was like, you're kidding me, right? It went to a Z, golden blast. I'm like, nah, hell nah. I rerolled it again, golden blast again, like immediately, back to back. You're kidding me, right?
That's why you're purple Vegito, dude. Don't worry about it.
Who? Purple Vegito who? Like, seriously, no. Who, like, almost all of the teams you're going to run them on are strike focused, so it doesn't make sense to even think about blast.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of the equipments that have like the blast attack or strike attack, or like, you know, there's some equips that have like literally like
3
4 that you can choose from. Like, dude,
Oh,
like,
Righteous
the Righteous
Saiyans?
Saiyans? Yeah. I hate that equip, bro. But it's like that equip can be so good. Like if you get like the optimal roll on that, like for a specific unit, like they literally could be like so damn good, right? But I just hate that style of equips. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember though.
I still hate that style.
It is terrible. There's this one equip for, I don't know if it's even Region or Piccolo, which has like on the middle slot, it has like health restoration and then 2 other stats. And you know, for like yellow LF Piccolo, you want this the health restoration stat. And it's like good luck rerolling a good slot, you know, like a good guaranteed upgradable slot of this one stat that you're looking for. Especially it came out at the time where this didn't even exist. We didn't have guaranteed upgrades when this came out.
Yep. And I was really lucky getting health restoration right away.
Like a high one?
I just was 1% off.
Bruh, get out of here.
Dude, I literally showed
get
you
out.
first.
Get out.
When it was
Get out. No, I don't even remember how long it took me, but I got super lucky and I ended up guaranteed upgrading it as soon as it was available as well. Because I hate this. I mean, at least it's not on the first slot. That is way worse, right? Awakening, and then you get like a golden first slot, you're super happy, and then it's the worst stat, and it's just facepalm.
Yeah, true.
I hate that. But yeah, next up, we have the return of the fated unit. ZVG, what do you think of this future banner?
Yes.
Did you not get a Grunks off of this, or
No, as in, like it's trash. Like the Androids are back. Whoop-de-doo, yay, yippee, yippee. No. There are boosts. There 600 Z power. Future Gohan's unusable. Trunks, unless you have him like 9 at the very least, unusable. Yeah, the banner's not good, bro. I feel the banner's not good. I feel like they kind of like are. You see, this is their manipulation tactic. This is what they do. They wait till the droids are off the boost, and they know that everybody and their moms are talking about how broken the droids are and everything. And now they have these dudes pin their CC for 2-star, 3-star androids, only to get 1 common PvP by everybody else. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's a smart tactic. And if you fell for it, then you're just dumb, honestly, because I don't know how you think. Okay, so if you didn't have the android before and you summoned to get them now, that's just, you deserve to wait. Like you deserve to have no CC. But if you had them like at least like, I don't know, like maybe 8 stars and they're right about at that 9-star mark to get the biggest stat boost, then sure, okay, maybe do a multi or 2. But if you didn't have them before, if you had them like super low stars already, like this makes no sense because they're gonna get that much better. If it was 1200 Z power, then maybe, you know what I'm saying. But 600, bro, nah, no banner is worth the 600 Z power right now. So I don't recommend anybody summon on any banner that has that.
I feel very stupid, but on the other hand, I 14-starred them on this banner, so I call it an absolute W.
I mean, but
and how much CC though? Yeah, it's a little bit of a different argument right there because Vade also went on a stream and he went in 14-starred his droids off of this banner too, but it's just not a good banner, right? it's really rough right here. Even when you're looking at the rates too, like what is the steps even? Like what do you get in the steps?
Nothing.
Like-
It's just regular. you get Legends tickets, which we all know and love.
Yeah, that's really tough right there. The featured units kind of suck. It's just, yeah, all around. Like imagine getting purple Vegito blue. Oh my god.
Well, then you finally have a reason to get that blast slot in the middle equip.
Yeah.
In the middle of the Vegito
That's
equip.
the reason why you were summoning on this banner, right, Pom? You had all these gold slot blasts. You're like, well, I better get a 14 star on my Vegito blue.
Yeah,
My purple Vegito
because I
blue,
definitely
so-
didn't have him 14 starred before.
Oh yeah, it was a third anni unit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Nah, but I got insane luck. Not the Ren luck, but I got insane luck in terms of on the first multi I got 2. So that was like a 1,200 Z power multi for me. And then I
Yeah.
got I think I spent 7K or 8K and I maxed them out. I needed 3 copies.
Oh, you only need 3 copies. I see. I think that's worth it then. If you only needed 3 copies to max them out, I can understand that too, right? Because you honestly could have just went for 2 copies and then just used the 600 raid Z power too, right? So that was another option. So
No,
I think
I don't
that's
see
worth
that.
it. Oh, okay.
That's free to play stuff. I don't do that.
Oh, okay. My bad.
No, but seriously, I wanted to save one. Like 1 Z power in the bank is always good, just in case. Like a new unit, you just can't seem to pull them more than 2 times or 1 time, and you just get them over that 1 hump. So, or you just save it, and then when the next banner comes that gives you, or the next raid or whatever, like you can get them, you just use it on a unit then. And it's kind of like a luxury situation, I guess.
Yeah, that is true. I've been saving all mine for Revival Gohan.
How many stars is yours at?
4 star.
Oh, God. Oh, my
Yeah.
boy.
Pretty rough.
My
Pretty
condolences.
rough. Yeah.
That is very rough. That is sad.
Yeah,
4
the banners
stars.
weren't built different in 3rd anniversary. They weren't giving out 1200 Z power back then.
Yeah,
bro.
that is true. That is true.
Jesus.
I mean, the banner just gives us 600 Z power. We cannot go back to that anymore.
Yeah, we can't.
Yeah.
Really can't.
Yeah, after Legends Festival with the 1800, oof,
Has to come back. Has to come back.
it does. Well, but yeah, I guess, as you said, banner is pretty bad. The units, I mean, androids are still the top dogs, right? Would you consider,
Yeah.
was there any unit that you consider better than androids in the game?
I say Ultra Super Gogeta. I think that's my number 1 pick.
Super Gogeta.
I mean, I still think the droids.
Individually, I probably would give it to droids, yeah. But when you're looking like as a whole, like a team perspective, I think the combination of Ultra Super Gogeta and Ultra Super Vegito, they really work together to kind of bring down the droids.
And then you just put the droids on the leader slot and everything is obsolete.
I was about to say that this man forgot about the leader slot. That when you can use them all together.
That is true. That's
One happy family.
No.
But yeah, it is what it is. All right, so banner bad, unit good. Trunks, still good. Gohan, not so much. And yeah, my Trunks was already 14 stars. I tried to get more Gohans, but that's the only LF I did not get off of this banner. I got 1 copy of Trunks, but I still take that win. And with that said, let's talk about something else, which is a news announcement that we got recently. Battle, walk us through that.
Yeah, we got a news announcement that in August, we don't know when in August, but in August, we are getting a big improvement of in the middleware in the phone. So for those who have iOS below 11, you will not be able to play the game. So update your phone to higher than 11, please and thank you. That will also make sure that you are not lagging every time we fight each other. Also helps too.
That would be
But
nice.
they are preparing for bigger stuff and hopefully for more new modes, more graphic mind blowing that is already exist. And yeah, I mean, this is going to be a huge update. Like it's been a while since this was the last time. If I remember correctly, it was before Legends Festival.
Was the last time the update where they changed the the UI completely, like the menus and everything?
Yes.
Was that the big last update? Because I'm wondering.
Wasn't that when on Super Vegito?
I'm not sure. Like, I don't know when. I just think that was the contents of it.
Yeah.
And I'm really wondering, like, what updates warrant like an entire like breaking change, because usually what that means is when it re-downloads the game data and everything, it means that they had to change some endpoints where, you know, stuff is outdated. They needed to really move stuff around so the old game wouldn't even be able to communicate with their servers anymore. And yeah, I'm just really wondering, what do you guys think they could include in a big update, or what would you also like to see?
Big raid boss battle, please.
But that wouldn't be like a huge. Would that be like a huge
Yes,
update
it
in
would.
your opinion?
Dude, if you really think about this, like if you are 2 to 3 players fighting a huge raid boss, literally the entire model, then yes, that would actually take a lot of a system.
It would. I'm just wondering if that wouldn't just be a regular app update, you know, like, because that seems to be something very fundamental, what they're announcing here.
Yeah, but they needed this update to put more newer updates. So from what it says in the last corner, like this update is necessary for introducing new system into Dragon Ball Legends in the future. That means like introducing new modes or new mechanics, everything that should not lag out the game or literally break the game.
So yeah, it could be that they're
Yeah.
just laying the groundworks.
Yeah, so like they're laying out step by step, but they need this game update for this to be like,
Feasible. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just feel bad for people that, because right here it says users of models that cannot update to iOS 11 or higher, which is, I think it's like the iPhone 5 or something like that. It says that it just says, we apologize for the inconvenience, but please consider playing on a device that meets the minimum requirements. So it's like just upgrade,
Dude,
bro.
Dude, there are
Just get
going
better.
to be a lot of people that are going to complain that why can we not play the game? You just
That's
either-
it's a little messed up.
But I mean,
I
honestly,
understand.
iPhone 5, how old is that?
It's
Oh
very
no, I don't know.
Like like we have the iPhone 13 and they don't bring out more than one iPhone a year, or iPhone 14. Like, sorry, this is like almost 10 years old. Like, I understand, you know, like if it ain't broke, don't need to change it, but you cannot expect to play like a modern like Cyberpunk 2077 on like an AMD Athlon with like 900 megahertz either, right? And it's like, okay, you're built different. Yeah, you're like a zilch. Very special kind of breed. Hi, Zilchi. No, but honestly, like in my opinion, and yeah, it sucks for those people, but if the phone is almost 10 years old, at one point you need to like move on, because the game, you know, they also want to make the game look good, right? Look interesting, look stunning, amazing, whatever adjectives you want to enter here. And that doesn't work if your phone has the same chip as a toaster.
Yeah.
Yep.
But we want better quality in gaming, absolutely. Like, for example, I complain always about the lag, but it might be not my opponent, but it might be Legend itself. And I hope they do with this new update. I know for a fact it probably will not happen, like 99% sure it's not. But it's still, I hope that's sure that it goes to the right direction.
Yeah.
Honestly, what I would love to see is another one of those management newsletters before.
Yeah, dude, that's been a while.
Yeah.
Like, we need more of those.
What did they even say in the last one?
Wasn't that on the Legends Festival?
Yeah. I think it was that really a management newsletter? I'm not sure, but I think like the management newsletters, they would usually do like, okay, what do we have planned for Legends in the coming month, right? I think the last ones we got were before the Legends Festival update. So about stuff like the leader slot and the new battle ranks, you know, up to rank 70 and all that stuff. They were explaining in detail how it was supposed to work. So I think that was what we got in the last management newsletter. So I feel like it should be something like that, you know, where they just explain like, yeah, this is what we're planning, you know, so you get an insight. Or they can add that to the reveals and stuff videos if they want to. Get that playtime for the YouTube algorithm. Make that bread on YouTube as well. Just
is
throw in
true.
like 700 ads and you're Gucci.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind them doing something like that. I wouldn't mind even if it's not like a massive change, just make stuff like how it said in the actual in the news. They just want to make a smoother experience. That's okay with me. Like it doesn't have to be something massive for me, honestly. If they're just trying to like improve the game, like improve like the what is it? They said the middleware of the game overall. Like that's fine with me. Personally, I would love one of those management newsletters because I think the last one that we were just talking about, I think it was like the inclusion of the replay system, right? And that was cool. I did like I used the replay system. Like I use it like even my videos and stuff like that, right? The replay system, the GodTube stuff, all that good stuff. I wouldn't mind some more features like that, even if they added like some more features to PvP, maybe, right? Some more options that we can use in PvP. Like I've been advocating for is like longer queue times versus the shorter queue times, like depending on like what you want, like what is more so your preference, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And I mean also what development middleware means. So middleware would mean it's something between the app and like the backend. So that's probably the stuff that, like the layer that sits on the server that communicates directly with the app and the database. That's what a middleware is, right? And then that would mean they would change a lot of like the stuff that, how the game communicates with their server, which Jiggle in chat also said they could have like a better netcode in development for PvP, for example, or for in general for everything, which would be fantastic. That guy in chat says faster loading. So this could be another thing depending on, what is the bottleneck for the loading times. And then the question is, it says development middleware. So I'm wondering if they're just also changing their tooling around to develop stuff faster. So even if the game doesn't change, but they can ship out features faster, that would be cool. We get more stuff in a shorter time frame or in the same time frame. I would be still down for that because if, I heard they're a small team, but if their developers, can make stuff work quicker this way, I'm down. Instead of one feature a year, we can get 2.5.
Yeah, maybe if they just make that middleware into more team members for Dragon Ball Legends.
Those are too expensive and they drink too much coffee, dude.
I guess. Jesus.
How about not overheating my phone?
Dude, my phone is hot right now.
It's crazy.
Yeah, I think when did that start? That was like after a later after the Legends Festival update or sometime more recently, like a month or two ago. I don't even remember, but my phone recently has gotten so hot.
It was when there was the big maintenance, like a few months ago.
Yeah, because legit, I used to stream, with my phone and it's all fine. And now during stream, I'm dropping a ton of frames and I need to put like the fan on my phone. So it doesn't just burn my hands. And that's like a top of the line gaming phone. It's not like a, no name, whatever phone from like a dark alley on the sideway. It's just, it's a Rock 3. It's not the latest gaming phone, but it's like 2 years old, I think. So for Dragon Ball Legends, that should be fine. Scotty in chat says that was when Ultra Kaioken Banner came out. So yeah, it could be the case.
Exactly, yeah. So that's where it started, but I feel like they may be trying to change the system to be making it better. That's why iOS needs to be higher. That's why old phones cannot be played. Like you can play, but it will not be looking playable at all.
No, honestly, I think that the app will just say upgrade to a higher version. I don't think the app will actually work under iOS 11. They would probably have a switch checking for the OS. And if it's iOS 11 or below, they're just going to say upgrade. I don't think you're going to be able to enter the game.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's rough. It's rough for those people.
It is, but to be fair, the notice is like a month before. And most people probably, or to upgrade.
We don't know when in August too, when this is going to happen. It might be in the middle of August, it might be the end of August, or even early, so...
Sure, in a week, 1st of August, let's go.
God damn.
I doubt that's going to happen. I think they're going to give us like a month or something.
I hope so. Just feel for those people that don't have time to change phones or anything. Like, oh my god, no. My dailies.
Your dailies. Yeah, your adventures, bro.
The adventures dailies. Every CC you can grab, gone.
Oh my God, you're free. Live your life, Battle. Live your life.
Dude, it was it was literally like at the last day of season, and everyone was like, "I cannot log into the game. I cannot do my dailies. No." Dude, I was just laughing. I already did
That's
mine.
crazy. That's a crazy thing to say, Battle. Just laughing
I
at
don't
all
do-
these people.
Because it's literally the first thing you do. You do not go to PvP. You just finish your daily. It takes less than 5 minutes.
Not true. If you play all your co-ops and everything too, that doesn't take less than 5 minutes. If you have shitty
Yeah.
buddies.
You just need to play like one co-op fight and be done and do all the other stuff.
That's
You
crazy.
don't
I do
need
my
to do it 3
dailies
at a
like
time.
10 minutes before reset.
I do them.
Oh my God.
I do them right after reset when I'm still in bed chilling. Because then
try
I
to
don't
do
forget.
them-
Don't forget about them.
I try to do them before I go to PvP or streaming, at least.
Yeah, that's
Because
definitely
I-
the smartest way to do it. But
Because Legend has a track record on lag the game and suddenly maintenance happens.
I just like being stressed out.
Yeah. So I just want to be done with it and don't have to think about it.
Yeah, but you're also a whole different breed, Asdik. I gotta say that. Not just ZVG, who's built different.
True.
So let's talk about 4th anniversary, since it's basically ending next season or next weekly reset, which is Wednesday, at least where I am, or Tuesday in the US West Coast. What is your verdict on this anniversary if you had to give it a score out of 10? Why, and what would make it a 10, Asdik?
My score is an 8 out of 10.
Explain.
I feel like they were really, like, I literally feel like it could have been a 10 out of 10. Like, truthfully, if the start wasn't so terrible. I feel like the start was absolutely awful. It was like a slow burn even, right? Everything got leaked. No one was necessarily, I mean, people were hyped for MUI, right? People were definitely still excited for it, but it's hard to just be, for me, because I always like, I like the more obscure stuff. Right, so I was like, okay, what's going to be on the second banner then? Because it has to rival MUI, right? That was my thought process. I was like, it has to be something as good as MUI. It has to be as good as MUI. It's going to be like insane. And so banners dropped anniversary, and it's literally nothing besides MUI, right? Because you look at the banner and you're like, oh my god, like you actually get to play with the units. MUI obviously was great. He's meta defining.
Red, purple.
Yeah, red, purple. But when you look at that banner, bro, like. You look at the EX units like Kale and Urine, right? Those aren't meta-defining units in no way, shape, or form. But I would say those units are better than Transforming Vegeta. Maybe that's a reach. I'm not too sure. But that Transforming Vegeta is absolute dog water right there. That banner was pretty rough. And it kind of felt like a little stagnant. Not only that, but they forced the raid down our throat with these awful, like, it was very pay to win, right? Like, it really catered to, yeah.
I didn't notice because I have all the units I needed.
It was the fact that they had to change it like midway was that it spoke volumes, right? But after that, after we had that really rough start, they made the change to the raid. They dropped the Dragon Fist Tapion banner. They dropped Ultra Super Vegito. I feel like those were consistently like great. Like I feel like Legends was in a great state, and there was even a point in time where I was seeing the tweets and stuff like that. People were posting the data, where it was like Legends has its most like players or something like that, something of that nature. I could be taking that out of context. I'm not too sure, but I just remember people posting like that, and people were like, "Well, is the anniversary really all that bad?" Like, no, I genuinely give it an 8 out of 10. I think it's the second best anniversary, truly.
After the first one.
After the first one, because third anniversary, I wasn't a massive fan of it just because of how shafted Gogeta 4 was, right? Gogeta 4 was absolutely terrible, and you guys, we're not even going to take into his plat equipment. That's the only time when he became good, but that was after the third anniversary. That doesn't count.
Way, yeah.
Yeah, the second anniversary was honestly, I know a lot of people really hate on the second anniversary. But I still think second anniversary. Yeah, I like the. I honestly, I kind of did like the second anniversary more so than the third, right? Just because I think around that time I was still using Kid Goku, right? The Zenkai Kid Goku, and I was still having like some sort of success with that, right? Because I was using it. I remember using an all Goku squad at that point. Like I was using Kid Goku, the purple Super Saiyan 4, and the green Super Saiyan 4 that had dropped on the GT banner. So that was like my copium team, and so I still enjoyed the second anniversary to an extent, but all those everything that we got in terms of rewards, I think it warrants an 8 out of 10 from me, personally.
All right, let's make the rounds.
Sentiment.
TVG, go ahead.
I share the same sentiment as Zeke. Bro, I dropped my video because me and Zeke, we made a video about it on 5 already, but I dropped my own video speaking about my thoughts on it. And then I had to also like drop a bunch of tweets like just defending my decision because I feel like people don't really like if you look at the 4th anniversary by itself, it's ass, like it's trash, it's terrible. But if you look at it comparing it to every anniversary we've had so far, it's more or less around the same and even better in some aspects. I feel like the 4th anni easily has the best meta we've had in any anniversary. First anniversary was pretty much only fusions and 5% Gaki. Second anni, VB. Third anni, Zenkai's. The anniversary units didn't even make a splash on the meta. And then the part 2 came around and just completely trumped the part 1. People were angry. And that's when hybrids really started to become a toxic team and it just fell apart after that. But the 4th anniversary, I feel like we've had a good balance, a lot of teams. Even though it might be the same amount of units, it's a lot of different unit combinations that are going together to make these teams. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, I like going to PvP and finding different combinations of units and different teams to fight. And then resources. This anniversary has easily given us the most resources ever. I think we got 30k CC during the month of June. We got armor Z power, like we got over 2,000 LFZ power, a lot of regular Z power, a lot of EXZ power, erasers, 5,000 erasers, unheard of, platinum coins, soul medals, hoi poi. It's not even close, and like there's no competition. And a lot of people say that this anniversary didn't have enough units, but like if we take a look at it and compare it to every anniversary that we've had so far, like the amount of good units that we've gotten this anniversary is the same as every other anniversary. First anni, we had LFSV, the 2 gods, the Golden Frieza. That anniversary easily had the best banners of all time because those 2 banners were great. But second anni, the GT banner, unusable. Third anni, the GT banner, unusable. The CMZ banner, only CMZ was even worth anything. And then part 2 comes around, and then that was the actual Valley banner. 4th anniversary, MUI's banner was trash for sure. The Super Saiyan 3 banner was actually good because you could make a full movies team on that banner. Super Saiyan 3, Revhan, Tapion. Or you could make a full Sun Family team, Super Saiyan 3, Revhan, Forku, depending on how lucky you got. And then obviously the Ultra banner is terrible, but I feel like the 4th anni is overhated because of what happened in part 1, which is, pretty valid. The part 1 raiders ass, MUI being the only banner, and the Vegeta sucking was terrible. The leaks just ruined the hype. But if you take a look at everything that we've gotten, it's right up there with every other anniversary. And I personally have it as the best anniversary we've had in Dragon Ball Legends. I have it over the first because I feel like the first is kind of overrated by nostalgia. I feel like it's the most hype, of course, because it had the Vegas leading up to it and everything else. But it was even more bare bones than what we have right now. It was literally the banner, and that's it. The one challenge rush, that's it. Nothing else. Nothing else came out. That's pretty much it. So that's why I have the 4th above the first, in my opinion. But definitely the second is the worst. Like no debate on that. Like if you don't have the second as the worst, then you're on coke.
You're
You know
wrong.
what I'm saying? The second anniversary is terrible, bro. Like, that was ass.
All right, battle.
One more thing. Hold on.
Okay,
One more
okay.
thing I want to say. One more thing. My final point is that I made this tweet too. A lot of people say that the previous anniversaries had a lot of content, but yet if you look back at it, we didn't have anything. The first anniversary had Challenge Rush. That's it. Second anniversary had Challenge Rush. That's it. Third anniversary, the 5 back-to-back raids. That's it. Like, what content were people talking about that we had? We didn't have. There has never been any good PvE content in any anniversary or celebration we've had in a very long time. It's pretty much always been a banner and PvP and resources. That's pretty much it. So that's just what I wanted to clear up right there. I'm done now.
Okay, now that he's dead, Battle More, what are your final thoughts?
I mean, I feel the same way as Aztec and CVG, though I feel like this anniversary is overreacting that this is one of the worst parts. The second part is obviously the worst part, literally, where cover change was only 1. We had a VB. Once you cover changed and you stuck with VB, you were screwed. There is no way you can survive. But I feel like this anniversary, like at the first part, absolutely, there was trash. Like, you cannot do anything. Everything was pay to win. I'm just thinking of the entirety of the anniversary, and I feel like it is actually a good anniversary. The only the most problem I had with the game on the fourth anniversary was the first part. Also, the lack of content for new players. Because the first part we only we got the banner, and then we got raid a week after. Like we did have no return of free events to get units. We had nothing like that. And when the second part came, we got like two old where more free to play PvE events comes. Like it's returning events should come back. Everything should have come back. Like it's I'm just not thinking about myself. I'm just thinking about those who just want to start the game. Like come back to the game or you're starting the game. The anniversary should be one of those parts that makes people want to go and play the game. And with the no events, literally, in the first part, it kind of sucks out on how you want to play the game. You just play PvP and just get bodied by every other MUI that literally stands by and do nothing and then hit you. And the second part, we got Super Saiyan 3 Goku. We literally have both combination of the team because both are Gokus. And sure, we got some events, but those who literally started... Like we got Young Nap at part 2, the free event. Sure, like there is events that should come back. Like just for helping new players, because sure you can summon all you want and you get the latest hypest units, but that's the only thing you got. You want content, you won't be able to get more CC. That means you want to grind like the free PvEs and stuff. So yeah, for those who are just starting and stuff, I just find it no appeal in the beginning. And we got all the events back until last week when Ultra Super Vegito came. I was like, okay, you're only here for 1 week and then you're gone. Okay, I see how it is. I understand Ultra Super Vegito is the most hype of the units, but why? Why couldn't you just be here in the beginning of part 1?
I think it was the same for Super Gogeta though, right? On Legends Festival. That banner was also heavily time gated.
Yeah, it was time gated, but like old events, like you want to grind the CC, right? Sure, we got a lot of CC with the raids and everything like that, but you needed to grind that and stuff. Don't you want to spread and do other stuff just to get like CC, other units, just doing PvE? I understand PvE is not the best in the game, absolutely not. It's a PvP highlighted in the game, but for new players or returning players, like if you don't have an account and you just start an account, like, damn, you barely got anything. Like, I saw part 1, like, 1 or 2 events that returned, but otherwise, no. We got nothing. And then in the last part, we got everything returned, almost. Like, we got the old Super Vegito back from event exclusive, literally. So, he is literally the best bench, almost, for Vegito. Or any Fusion Warrior because of the leader slot. And yeah, otherwise I'm thinking the exact same thing as Aztec and CVG on this. It's just the lack of free events for those who are new. I'm just trying to think of not just my perspective, but for those who just started and just wanted to get into the game.
Okay, so now my turn, and I feel like I have a little bit of a different view. I think I would give it like a 4 or a 5 out of 10 at best. So here's what was good for me. The hype was there around the units, right? We got Dragon Fist. I feel like MUI being leaked, I agree with you guys, killed it a little bit, and I was not very hyped for him in general in the first place. Super Vegito, I would have loved a Buhan because we didn't get any villains. However, obviously fusions sell. So I feel like Super Vegito is probably like their cash cow. Like whenever they're down bad, let's just throw a Super Vegito in the game and we'll make money, right? What else was good? The raid rewards were fantastic. However, I hated that they took out fragments from the raid. I ran out of purple fragments because of that stupid Vegito awakened equipment. We got a couple of really good equips. I also like that they always bring back all the platinum equips, even though maybe they should be permanent anyways. Hoi Poi were fantastic. Still are. If you're hearing this and it's still on, grind co-op. Like I think this for me is the first time in the history of those two modes existing where co-op is more valuable than raid at a certain time, because you can grind hoi poi and hoi poi gets you everything. I went to 0 energy on last Tuesday when the guild season ended, and I am right now at 3,500 or something because I grinded co-op. Right? You can grind platinum coins. There you can get all the good stuff. You can get so much stuff from hoi poi. That's fantastic. Now, what did I not like? All the banners. I know, like ZVG, I agree with you that from the movies banner, you could build a team. However, it's still anniversary and there were no dual banners, which is fine, but there should also be like more than just 1% sparking on an anniversary. They should have 2 at least, right? And decent ones, not like this Vegeta. Tapion is great. But the blue Vegeta, you just...
It's unacceptable.
You summon him and you forget about him immediately, except for putting him on the bench for more hoi poi medals or raid coins. That's it. That's what he's good for, right? He gets you more raid coins. That's it. Or if you're a content creator, all right, let me do a showcase to show how bad he is. That's it. Haha, look at him. He sucks. Haha, lol. Now he collects dust in my box. Absolutely hated that. Nothing to do. And I feel like it's not an excuse that the other anniversaries didn't have that much to do either, because what did we have to grind this time? Like what events did we have to do? If you say there was a challenge rush, at least there was a challenge rush. We didn't get anything this time for me. And I feel like I don't know why they dusted the concept of challenge rush and like entirely, because I don't know. Did they think, oh, now everybody can just cheese it? Yeah, we got those like this daily fight where you get the 10% LF ticket. Sure, it was nice that we have those tickets, and we also got the free like 420 tickets for the anniversary, which was nice, but nothing like really hard or, you know, like engaging in a way. And I feel like just saying it's the other anniversaries weren't better is like, in my opinion, is not like an acceptable excuse to not try and, you know, strive for more. Because there are still a lot of people who don't touch PvP. So what were they supposed to do? Like you have raids, you have co-op, but I wouldn't consider that as content because co-op is always there. Because then you could also consider PvP content, and then you just don't do any PvE stuff at all because you have infinite content, right? You just queue up and you have content, and that's it.
Yep. And even then, is it truly considered like true PvE content? Like people want solo content too, right? Like stuff that you don't have to have like a buddy for, that you have to go into a matchmaking system for. They want stuff they want to do on their own too.
Yeah.
So
exactly. And that's why I feel like for me, this wasn't so good, especially in terms of how the banners were structured. I feel like and this was not an anniversary for us. It was an anniversary for them, where we basically, you know, like it's like, hey, we're celebrating our birthday. If you want to come to our party, you better bring gifts, pay up. Because what else was there, you know?
Yeah. Well, what's your final rating on it though?
I would give it a 4.
Holy dude, that's pretty crazy. Okay, but I understand your gripes.
I mean, after everything I just said, I was like between a 4 and a 5, and it's like it's just too much. You know, the units are hype and the units are cool. You know, but the way the banners are, and then there's not really like so much to do with them. It's like it's just summon the new units and go into PvP. Basically, you could say that it's just 2 months squished into one. Because we got two monthly LF banners in a row within like 2 weeks, I guess. And then we got an Ultra. Okay, so they just compressed the time of 2 or 3 months into like this anniversary month. Made even more cash because the units are hype. And that's it. And then call it a day.
Wait, so Palms, how much would you give the 3rd anniversary?
That's a tough question. Like remembering it, it would probably be even worse.
Okay, yes, all right. I just wanna as long as the 3rd anniversary is worse than the 4th, I'm cool with any rating you give the 4th.
The thing is, they gave us, as you said, they gave us a ton of stuff, right? Like, what kind of saved a little bit for me was hoi poi. You know, they fully upgraded it. What I loved, I would have loved to get more hoi poi also on the raid. However, you know that you can get now like 21 hoi poi coins if you're a whale. Obviously, if you're free to play, you're still screwed, which also sucks. That's also something I didn't mention in the don't like, you know, the first raid and how they handled it. I feel like in general, it should just be have the units and that's it. You know, even at 2 stars, they should give the full boost or, you know, everybody gets the same. So yeah, hoi poi was great. Just this should also come around more often. And I see a lot of people saying hoi poi should be permanent in some way, shape, or form, or maybe just add this system that we have in co-op right now to the monthly rates, so you can get more than 2 to 5 hoi pois a run. You just get like 20. I've spoken. That was like a very long monologue. Sorry, guys. It's just
No, it's okay. I understand, and I actually agreed with a lot of the points that you. I think I'm still gonna stick with the 8 rating, but in terms of anniversaries, because I think another thing that a lot of people really are just frustrated about is people are directly comparing this anniversary to Legends Festival, right? And Legends Festival has always been superior, always, and so I don't think that's a fair judgment, right? Like, I think what.
take it.
I feel like Legends Festival is overrated.
Dum, dum, dum.
I don't know.
Especially the last one. Okay, so if we look at the last one, right, the banners were obviously fantastic.
Yeah.
But
Z Power is fantastic too. Yep.
the meta was so... I don't know how people don't value the meta when they value celebrations, because I feel like that's a big part of the game if the core aspect of the game is PvP. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have any content. We didn't get no new PvE mode. We didn't get like real quote unquote events or anything. We just got a banner. That was pretty much it for the entire Legends Festival. Obviously, we're gonna get TC, which is normal given that's a celebration. But I feel like the only positive was the banner. That's it. Like,
Yeah.
and even then too, look at how the GV banner aged. Like the GV banner aged like ass. Like, obviously in that time frame, it was obviously fantastic because the boost, because like the boost system came out. The leader system came out, which people hate, but yet they glorify a Legends Festival for some reason. I don't get it. I don't understand.
Yeah, I agree with the meta, and I feel like we're probably now in a much more healthy state of it, right?
We are?
'Cause- Yes,
oh,
I mean
yeah.
it's so
Yeah, we
much
are.
more diverse, dude. You don't fight like the same team 7 times in a row. Yes, that's much more that's healthier for me.
Yeah, I was just thinking of the first part, but overall, yes. Otherwise, yes.
There's always gonna be people playing Hercule. There's always gonna be people playing red, purple now, and there's always gonna be one of those
Yeah, I
teams
know.
which you just hate fighting because either it's a bad matchup or it's just incredibly
Yeah, I
like
know.
has no holes pretty much. But
Yeah, I understand. I 100% this PvP meta is much better than the other ones. Like when Gohan arrives, I was like, oh my god, hybrids, no. I literally get 2-shotted every time. And we have the VB meta where we can only cover once. Like, you're kind of screwed because they endless combos and Rising Rush right away after that combo. That's even more terrible. So yeah, I 100% agree that this meta is much better. Yeah, it's much better. I'm sorry, I'm just feeling every time I see MUI just standing there doing nothing.
yeah, okay, that's fair, but that's less. I guess that's the unit design itself, right? It influences the meta,
I know,
of course, but
it's the unit, I know. I mean, it's more of a unit than the design of the PvP meta.
Dude,
it's just my own feeling of
I feel
facing.
you, Battle. It irritates me even more when I see Vegito users try to replicate that same thing, and it's just like, bro, you're not MUI.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy.
But yeah, it just felt like it was Namek Goku again once. I was like, holy shit.
all right.
Honestly, this might be the hard take, but I feel like MUI isn't that bad. Might be a hard take. Actually, yeah, I think it's a hard take because like he's obviously annoying, right? He's annoying, right? But the way you guys talk about him, bro, is not the same way. Because okay,
Nah, but
I think
it's
the
just
bigger
annoying.
issue
It's
is
frustrating.
the fact that Kaioken was already this level of annoying that anything that is even close to Kaioken doesn't even phase me anymore. Like, to this day, I still find Kaioken worse fight than MUI, like on some real shit. Kaioken will forever be the worst unit ever designed in this game, like for life, like for me. So unless a unit surpasses his toxicity, then I have no...
Yeah, the problem was when part 1 was coming, I saw MUI with Kaioken, so I was like, oh no.
Oh, I love that. My droids were feasting.
You were feasting, yeah, but every time we saw that and they passive and they literally get you because they psych you out, it's just painful. I mean, the droids are mostly the more powerful, absolutely. Just the MUI was just more annoying because kit-wise. Like I just find it annoying that you stand there doing nothing. You play the game. Like I don't care if you combo me 100 million times. Just do something. Don't stand there and just I get punished for it. It's just painful.
Am I the only one that finds the game more fun when I have an agenda?
Like what?
Like, okay, so like now, my agenda is to use the number 5 unit androids and clap every double ultra using player known to man. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like I like playing the game when I have like an agenda. So like when MUI first dropped, I freaking love the game, dude. I love destroying every single MUI player with the androids. But I was like, yeah, you just spent 40 KCZ for this trash. Well,
Yep.
I got the androids. So like I love the game when I have an agenda.
Like a goal
to
in a way?
Yeah. The game's way more fun.
Well, I think every Android user felt that way, right? Because they put their CC into Androids.
Yeah.
They
they
chose
felt
to
smart.
delegate their resources into that unit who surpassed all the units that were dropping during the actual anniversary. So they were eating good. They were just vibing, right? Especially for those in which that they realized they're like, oh my god, my androids are better than these units. We're getting all this multi LFZ power. Let me just go ahead and pour all this multi LFZ power into my androids, and then just they went crazy. So I think everyone that summoned on that androids banner that got lucky on that initial androids banner was just they were just having a great time all the way through. I think.
Agreed. I mean, also stuff like the one thing I did like was the Guild War. I know that not everybody feels the same way, but I don't know. For me, that was fun. I feel like guilds are way underutilized because having this group of people, that work towards like a common goal, whatever that is, I feel like that makes people want to play the game more. So they should actually leverage that way more. And it's kind of a pity that they just probably show like threw whatever they had planned for the guilds in the trash.
Yeah, the same with the guild PvP.
Yeah, they just put it to def null and just was like, nah, we ain't doing that. It's not giving us anything.
Yeah.
So this was actually fun for me. And then also my current agenda is to grind as much energy as possible, for example. So I barely play PvP for the first week. I just like today, I only did my daily. Everything else was just co-op. So sometimes, you just set yourself some goals and then you just set your own challenges. And then I agree, CVG. It makes it much more fun. I also haven't used a single Rising Rush this season so far. So something like that, It's like how high can you go without Rising Rush?
I mean, I gotta admit, when I said the word with the MUI, it was literally on the first part, was because PvP then was kinda insane how bad it was at the first season because of anniversary. Like, people grinded and they literally... Every time we fought someone, we find a guy literally 10k RP below you.
That was pretty
And-
annoying, yeah.
Yeah, that was so annoying because people wanted to go to top 1k, but you could not because you literally had that. That was even more stressful because you kept fighting those guys that had 10k less RP than you, and it was MUI, and then you stand there doing nothing, and they win, and you lose over 100 RP. And every time you win, you gain like 1 to 2 RP, and that was the most annoying part. That was the reason why I hated MUI so much. It's not the unit itself, not the mechanic. I mean, sure, the mechanic is annoying, but just that very PvP season just felt annoying to me because if you were not high enough grinded early, you cannot catch up. There is no way you can catch up. At all. It was a 3-week season, double RP, and you literally found guys that was 10k RP below you every time because the region was literally separated. After the first week, it was literally I could fight anybody. But after that 1 week, I could only fight those from EU and those that didn't farm. So it was literally region-wide. NA had literally fighting everybody or JP, literally those who grinded up to a high rank, literally could fight each other. But we had to fight like those who had 10k RP because they didn't grind. I don't understand those points at all. Why are they doing that? Now it's much better, but at the first part of the Legends Anniversary PvP, oof.
Oof. Alrighty, I think we're gonna cut this here. We're gonna take a quick break and then come back for a couple of your questions. So get yourself a milkshake or whatever you like, and we'll be right back. Or a rice cake. We'll be right back. All right, so you guys obviously literally enjoyed Mid-Range Strike. And I'm gonna hand it over to MC ZVG for your questions. So I can already see the first ones in chat. Take it away.
All right, let's see. Ninja Bros, I see your question, but I feel like Mustache's question is a little bit more, will cause a more discussion. But I'll get back to your question, Ninja, for sure. Mustache says, how much of a benefit or detriment do you think the leader slot has affected PvP? Personally, for me, I feel like it's good. I feel like it's okay. I feel like it obviously has promoted some toxic teams for sure. But I feel like, it has promoted team diversity. You can rock Tapion on you can rock MUI on movies now with Tapion Super Saiyan 3. You can rock USV on Future with that, which I am currently doing.
You can rock androids on God Key.
Yeah, like it promoted some diverse teams, I will say. It has made a lot of toxic teams as well. I feel like the bigger detriment is easily the boost system when it comes to like what they added at that point in time.
I was about
So
to.
personally, I feel like it's 50-50. What do you guys think? I feel like it's all right. I'm not mad at the leader system at all.
I'm not mad for the leader system either. It's 50-50 for me too. It's the boost system I have something against.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I'm not a big fan of the leader system, right? Because, I mean, honestly, like from a content creator standpoint, yes, it's like the greatest thing ever. You can do whatever you want. But from like just a player like standpoint, I feel like you pull an OP unit and then you just put him in the leader slot, put him on whatever, right? But it doesn't matter. Like it really doesn't matter because it's like you go into PvP and you're like, oh well, that's his leader, that's his carry. Like if you're gonna have a unit that like blatantly carries you, it's going to be in the leader slot right there, right? So it doesn't really. I mean, obviously it does matter who else they're getting ran with and stuff like that. But to an extent, I do feel like the leader slot was a mistake to an extent. Right, especially when you do see like these really like cursed teams, like red, purple, for example. Like that, I don't think it should be a team, right? And it wouldn't necessarily be like as strong as it is if we didn't have that leader slot, right? So, I feel that's just how I feel. But with I think it could be debated further. The boost system, definitely, the featured boost system specifically, should not be a thing at all.
I do agree. I personally find the leader slot a good idea. I mean, yes, some teams are toxic, like RRP, for example, or anything Hercule. But still, you see so many different teams, and people try and then mix and match certain mechanics that otherwise would have never worked, but somehow they synergize all of a sudden, or they have some cool effects. So I like it. Honestly, I feel like it's cool because people can then experiment with different teams. It's good for content creators that make PvP showcase videos as well. Because you can literally put any unit on a good team and see how they work. You can run androids on fusions, whatever you want to do. I think it's still good. At the end, still there was going to be like a couple of teams crystallizing, and there's like standing out from the rest because they are just the most powerful, like RRP right now, for example. But overall, it's fun. Yeah, like you have that one team that doesn't have a revival unit. You just like slap Gohan or Frieza or whatever on it. You're good.
Oh, dude, speaking of that, like that, you actually raised a really good point right there. I thought leader system was going to change a lot of the way these units were going to be made, and I was sorely wrong, right? Because we saw Trunks come out during Legends Festival, and they like secluded him almost to the Future tag, right? To Future and Vegeta family, because he can only get his endurance if you ran alongside those specific tags. So even if you leader slot this man on the Hybrid Saiyans team, you're not going to be getting that endurance, right? And so I thought we were going to see a lot more units kind of like piggyback off of that idea right there, right? To alleviate the fact that the leader slot is now a thing within the game, but it looks like they've kind of like abandoned that in a way, right? Because after that sort of Hope Trunks, we never really saw that kind of like restriction again, did we? Like not as big as that, at least, where he just a whole endurance you are not getting, right? Like imagine if Ultra Super Vegito had that, like you had to be ran with 2 fusions to get that endurance. That'd been crazy.
True. No, I don't think we got that afterwards.
Yeah, so maybe we will see more stuff like that. I don't know.
All right. Next.
Alrighty. So, since Sasuke did give 5 bits, I have to take his questions first, or Palms will fire me. What do you
would
think about
never.
a more than 2 people co-op that is locked behind guild trash? Anything related to that co-op game system trash? Like co-op is not fun. It'll never be fun unless they add it to where we can fight Herudigon and all that stuff, and then they add into the point where they give us restrictions like, strike guard do less damage, like you get poisoned every 5 time accounts or anything of that sort to make it a little more interesting. They haven't done any of that. So yeah, anything related to co-op is nah.
I feel like they should come up with an entire new game mode for guilds, maybe.
That's what the system update is for.
That's the hope. But yeah, big hopium from Battle More out here. You heard it here first.
Dude, I believe in many stuff and that never happens.
Exactly.
Dude, you know what would be cool? How would you guys feel? Like, I know this is a kind of a little bit off topic, but how would you guys feel if, like, because we were talking about those co-op modes and stuff like that. In the challenge battle, whatever we got, like the one we have a Buhan right now. You know how when you have like the all-out rush blast card and you have to tap the screen like all crazy, right? You guys know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I understand.
Okay. What if when you get into a Dokabaki Impact, like in PvP, like it's either the regular one that we have now, or like it's random between that one and the one where you had to tap it really fast? That'd be crazy.
I'd rather have the Clash and normal one. Dude, there's not a lot of people can tap that much, dude. There is literally, oh my god.
That'd be ass. That'd be ass,
so funny, bro. Oh my god, because I could hit 40 on those, bro. I would be so.
So that's why you wanted, because
I could be so good. I would be so good at those, bro. I could hit 40 on those. Jesus.
Let the Clash stay the same, please and thank you.
Nah, bro. Isaac is tripping, bro. Isaac is. All right, let's see. Any other questions? Okay. Let me take Ninja's question. All right. So, would changing the condition for Rising Rush as you can only use it once, one of your units RKO'd, a good idea? They start off as stones during the fight. Once you lose one unit, they break open, becoming Dragon Balls, aka Rising Rush, available. I agree. I feel like we should have some restrictions on the Rising Rush. Either one, when somebody dies on your team, or two, when 40 timer counts have passed. I think those 2 conditions would be great for Rising Rush. That would eliminate those early 20 count, 25 count rushes, like 18 count rushes. Like that would just eliminate all that, and it would actually make it be like a combat mechanic of some sorts. How to use it at the right time, or like any of those. I feel like that'd be great. I like that idea a lot.
Make it 50 counts for me. Fliege in chat says make it 60.
Bro, I thought 40 was a too high, honestly. When I was saying it, I was kind of like lowballing. 60 at least. I think 50.
I like 40, bro. I'm gonna be real honest. I like 40.
I like 50.
Me too.
I don't know. I feel like I'm gonna be real honest. I'm gonna go against the grain right here. I know you guys are all avid like Rising Rush haters.
Yes.
But dude, I need that. Like, I'm gonna be real honest. Sometimes I go into these rating matches with the most bummiest of teams. I need the rush, bro. Like, it's no joke. I think 40 would be suitable.
Okay. I guess there was another question for Bits.
Where? Am I black?
Fliege asked.
Yeah, you definitely are.
Would you really fire poor ZV? Oh, he's asking. Wait, what?
Which old unit do you want to have a Zenkai, and why is it IT Goku?
Oh, I mean from Felicia.
Fliege.
Yeah.
None. I don't care about Zenkais. Like, I don't care about Zenkais anymore. Unless it's gonna be a Zenkai, unless it's gonna be a good bench for a unit on my team that doesn't have a bench. So like, Vegito Trunks would be pretty good for a Vegeta clan bench. The blue movie Vegeta for Vegeta clan too. Like those are like, I want Zenkai benches now. I don't want Zenkai units to use. I want benches, bro. You know what I'm saying? I want Zenkai benches. I don't know about you guys, but
Well, I mean, to an extent, I think everyone does ZVG. I feel like people are dying for like a Zenkai bench for MUI Goku right now because all we got is that free to play Goku and it's only like 20% stats. People are really asking for a red God Ki Zenkai. They've been asking for a red God Ki Zenkai specifically for the HP buff Goku, the God Ki one, right? And people aren't going to use that. Like people, if they announce tomorrow, like, hey guys, I know you guys have been very excited for this. We're going to be Zenkaiing the HP bench Godku. People are going to be hype to put that man's on their bench. And, you know, I don't think they're going to be as hyped to actually run him in game. They're going to want that man's for the Zenkai bench.
Yep. Alrighty. I think we can wrap up the podcast here. And thank you all for watching on Twitch. And if you're on YouTube, thank you all for watching over there, of course. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and follow us on all our social media. They are in the description down below or in the chat in our panels. Don't forget to follow our creators as well, ZVG, Azdik, Battle More Me. You can see the Twitter ads on the screen, and you will find our Twitter, Twitch, YouTube. Well, obviously, you'll find our Twitter. We'll be back next week with episode 96. Let's see if we'll know anything new about those updates or anything else. I'm pretty curious to see if it's not a dead week this Wednesday after the anniversary is over, or if we're getting this boot camp with the extreme units from the Frieza Force. But we'll find out next Sunday. Until then, have a great rest of your week. Wash your hands, stay safe. Look left and right before crossing the street. Goodbye.
American says, have a happy Legends weekend.
Happy Legends weekend.